Alright, so I don't know what you would call this. Our local meat market sells something similar, and I haven't been there in probably 2 years or more, so I forgot what it's called. But anyway, basically, I've already cut it, so I have to show you what I did, or try to. I basically take a tenderloin, right, a pork tenderloin, and I use a fillet knife, and I just kind of slowly tried to work it in until I was able to basically get it to flatten out like that, see? But it's all one piece. I just got it to flatten out. So in my air fryer, I've got some bacon that I'm just going to kind of pre-cook. That's going to go on the inside of this. So let me get my hands washed and I will be back. You're going to need some cream cheese. And you're going to need some mozzarella. I'm just going to use what's left in these packs. And optional is the spinach, but I am going to put that in there just so I can get that used up. Of course, bacon and some seasonings. And we'll be there in a minute. And I just thought about it. I will weigh this out for you so you know how big this is. It's about 3 pounds, 13 ounces. So almost 4 pounds. Now, I set this cream cheese out 3 hours ago so it can get room temperature and softened up. Basically, now we're just going to kind of try to smear it all over this pork. I will take a minute to say the reason I'm using the stove here as a work surface, and I've got it lined so it's easier to kind of clean up, is because this is quite literally my whole counter. And I had bacon cooking in that, so, and I'm fixing to use that to cook this tenderloin. But basically, this is all I got. And yes, the dishwasher is out, but that's because every time we screw it to the underside, it just comes out. And we kind of got to fix the plug, so it has to sit right here for it to work. The plug is all messed up. But anyway, yeah, this is all the counter I have. That's it. And then there. So that's what I have to work with. But you know what? It's mine. Alright, now that we got that kind of smeared on this one. And I'm just going to lightly sprinkle across the top. No exact measurements. Some black pepper. Again, just lightly across the top. No exact measurements. Garlic powder. The same. Kind of lightly across the top. Onion powder, the same thing. And some paprika. Again, same. Much or as little as you want. Alright, so I layered the spinach on there. And we're going to put the cheese. Okay. So I got Colby Jack, mozzarella, and just shredded cheddar. So now we're just going to lay in our bacon. Alright, so now basically all we're going to do is we're going to take this. And we're going to start trying to roll it. Like kind of like a pinwheel cinnamon roll. Okay, so using butcher's twine, I'm going to tie this together so it holds together. And pull it as tight as you can, like that, see? When it comes to tying this kind of stuff, even chicken, I like to go with a little extra. Basically, once you get that first tie done, you're going to take your string, you're going to run it under. Pull this through, and yes, I know it's a lot, but trust. And then I pull it. Why does your face always got to itch? Alright, pull tight, see? And again, under. And I try to go opposite each time. And pull tight. So see how I have pulled the string this way? So that's how we're going to go under. Under. Pull through. And pull tight. Okay, so for good measure, I'm going to take this spring. I'm going to try to run it around the bottom. And try to lift up that where we first started. And try to run the string under, like that. Okay. And however you tie it off right there, I found is fine. Okay, so my air fryer also has a rotisserie in it. It came with this. And so that's how we're going to cook it. If you don't have a rotisserie, but basically I'm just going to preset one set of tongs. And I'm going to kind of run it through and try to get it as centered as possible. And then with the same seasonings as before, we're just going to season all sides of this. And I'll be back when I get that done. Okay, so now we're going to get this thing in there. And the way it's designed is it's got a notch on this end that sits, and this notch sits in this. And then this end goes in a hole on the other side. So we sit it just like that. And this is a Kalorik one. So basically we're going to hit start. I'm going to do air fry. Oh, wrong button. I'm going to put it on ribs, because that's the closest thing on here to it. I'm going to hit start, and I'm going to press this button. This is to start the rotisserie. And just for video purposes, I'm going to open it. Push this button. See? And I might have to adjust the time, but I'm just going to basically let this cook until the internal temperature reaches 170, which is well done for, or which is done for pork. So when it gets there, I will be back. Okay, so I checked it. It is done. Once I get it out of the hook. Then we can use the tongs to try to grab it. There's what it looks like. Your hands are going to be in the video, but that's okay. Just see what it looks like.